This week on Two Ginger Gems,
World Cup fever continues,
a hot getaway.
and Kate pulls a uniting card.
Yes, I do. It's a good one.
Enjoy.
From beautiful Palm Springs, California, and Derby, England, please welcome Two Ginger Gems with Kate and James.
Hello.
Well, we certainly are. We said we were global, and we are global.
We are global.
We're now,
Bicontinental.
yeah. Maybe now we should be called like the travel show. You know.
I'm loving the fact that Palm Springs is beautiful apparently, and Derby is just Derby. It didn't
Sorry
even
for
get
that lukewarm opening. No insult to the people of Derby in Derbyshire.
No.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So yes, I'm still in England, and you guys are in Palm. You went over to Palm Springs for the fourth, right? So
Yeah.
how's Palm Springs?
Hot.
Hot, yeah, very hot.
Hot, but it's really beautiful. Yeah, it's lovely. We've had a lovely time. We've been here for like 4 days, and it's just been so relaxing. And and Goldie.
And this is just for the holiday weekend. Was that what it was all about, or it just happened that you're doing a trip and it's the holiday weekend?
A little bit of both, yeah.
A little bit of both. We were supposed to come here. We've been supposed to come here for the last 2 months, to be honest. And every time we've planned to come here, something's happened that we couldn't come. So we were like, oh well, let's just do it now, July the 4th, and we got in and we got lucky with the place. So yeah.
Fantastic. And were there any 4th of July celebrations going on in Palm Springs? Or?
Yes, they have a massive one here at Sunrise Park. So they had that here, and we're very close to it as well. So we could even go out around the pool and watch the fireworks. So
it's like a private,
it was
like a private event.
Yeah. So it was
nice.
We've had a really, really lovely time actually here.
Yeah.
And we've still been keeping up with the footy, believe it or not. We've come to Palm Springs. Seriously, this is how serious we are about it. We've come to Palm Springs, and we've put our holiday around some of the matches, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're like, oh no, let's be back by 2. Let's be back by.
Gotta watch Messi.
Got to watch Messi. Let's get an early dinner or a late dinner or whatever it works out to be. But yeah. So, oh my God, and seriously, mentioning Messi, my favorite game of the whole match so far. And we record this on Sunday morning, everyone. So obviously there's games we haven't seen before this goes out. But my favorite game so far, 1000%, is Cape Verde and Argentina, which was.
I heard about it. I didn't see it because of the time difference and everything. It was kind of like in the middle of the night here, which we'll get to in a minute as well. But but I heard about it. But tell me then. So.
Oh my God.
What was the big deal?
Well, the big deal was, Mikki will give you the stats, but the big deal is Cape Verde, which is a very small place. How many people are there, babe, live there? It's like 5.
Just over 500,000.
Just over 5.
So like a little island chain just off of West Africa.
Yeah. And honestly, babe, it was like watching a movie. You know those movies you watch where
the underdog movie.
Underdog movie. That's what it was like watching
David and Goliath.
God,
yeah, like Rocky.
It was because it was, like at the end of a film when it is like an underdog. It's an underdog film, and then at the end they either have the big boxing match or the big, game or whatever it is. This was like the football game was the big, climax of this movie. And it lived up to everything. And what was it? It's like 90 minutes or whatever. We watched every second of that, and you were like on the edge of your seat, weren't you, babe?
Yeah.
Because they were fighting, babe. And I mean, Mikki wanted Argentina anyway because he loves Messi. But I was so into Cape. I was like,
I'd definitely been for Cape Verde.
Oh, babe.
I'd have definitely been rooting for the underdog.
Oh, well, because we're English. Don't you think England is more rooting for the underdog than in America?
Oh, absolutely.
We love an underdog in England.
Paraguay and France last night, and I was rooting for Paraguay just because France are so good. You were just praying that Paraguay would win. They didn't.
Oh, they played so dirty though, Paraguay.
They did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well, it's France.
Paraguay. But anyway, they were like lions. They were like fighting.
But ultimately, didn't they like equalise or something like right at the last minute or something like that?
No,
yeah, it was like up to the very end. It was such a nail biter.
It was a nail biter. I thought they were going to get through. And there was this one player, I don't know if Mikki remembers his name, there was this one player who when he scored a goal, did he score the second goal or the first goal, babe, for them?
I think it was the second one. You the guy you're talking about the guy that ran up into the
Yeah, after he scored, baby, ran off the pitch, climbed over the like ball, like I
Thing,
don't know, fence thing there,
thing.
went up the stairs into the stadium to find his girlfriend.
Yeah, like the tennis players usually will do that
Yeah,
after they
yeah.
win a big tournament. This guy just
Oh,
scored a goal. Wasn't even that into the
Can you imagine
game.
if he like rolled his ankle going up the concrete stairs? I mean, how
Yeah.
stupid would that be? That's like I bet his coach was going mad, as he's
oh, do
climbing
you know
over
what?
things.
Everyone
I'm
must have
not
been like,
even
what is
being
this guy
funny, babe.
doing?
Everybody bloody loved it, and even the ref didn't do anything. He just let him do it. The
Well,
ref was just
yeah.
like, "Okay, up you go." Babe, it was like watching the best movie ever. It was so, and then even
And
when
then
they
when they
lost,
lost, he was like inconsolable.
oh, he was on the floor sobbing. Babe, I was sobbing. I mean, well, I've never seen a football game like that. Just so full of bloody courage, and they were so brave and they were so relentless to the last second, babe. Like when you watch a football game and it's like 5 minutes left and everybody like is running around the pitch
Gives
like
up.
like old grannies. Do you know what I mean? Like they can't be bothered anymore. They weren't. They weren't they? They fought. And they had like maybe two or three hits at the goal, didn't they, at the end, babe?
Yeah, it was so close.
Almost, almost,
They almost they
almost.
almost
Oh
broke through.
God. It was the best. It was the best game I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it's cool. That's what's I love that. I love shit like that. Like that's the World Cup. It's all these places and big and small and
Yeah,
and even like
everybody gets a chance. So next, babe, is something we talked about last week, which was,
what's
and we
that?
weren't sure if it was true or not, so we
Oh,
didn't
this is
know.
under the category of things I don't give a shit about. But
Yes,
continue.
let's pull the I don't give a shit up category, file it
And
under
top of the list, top
bullshit.
of the list is
But it happened. Taylor Swift married
Travis
Travis
Kelce.
Travis
Kelce. There you
Kelce,
Yeah.
go.
obviously. Yeah, TNT.
I know he's a footballer, but you're going to
Oh,
tell
is
me
he?
you're going to tell me he's a
An
baseball player,
American footballer.
American football player.
North
Oh, yeah.
American.
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so they had it exactly where we thought was Madison Square Gardens, and apparently, what happened, babe? They built a
They built like a castle inside.
yes
Oh, really?
And it
castle
was like
inside.
all peach and white, and they cordoned it off so you couldn't even tell that you were in Madison Square Garden or that any sports had ever gone on there.
That's crazy.
And they got married in there, and there were performances, and yeah, it was a pretty wild, like I think you said, let them eat cake event.
Yes, let them eat cake. That's what people were calling it. Let them eat cake event. But the thing that got me, I don't care about who was there and that, apart from
Graham Norton.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, he didn't look happy as usual. He looked quite miserable going there. And he was like, had an angry face as he walked past everybody. He managed
I
to
don't
give
know
a
if he was a guest. I think he was doing the catering.
Can you imagine? I was thinking, in what world are they, Hugh Grant? But yeah, Hugh Grant. And there was a couple of others like,
Well, Adam Sandler was the officiant.
When they were still under wraps and it was still top secret and they still didn't really know if that's what was going on.
yeah,
On the news, they showed everybody around Madison Square Garden and everything was cordoned off. And there was all these trucks going in with equipment and all this stuff and everything. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody would say what it was. One guy on a forklift had a Taylor Swift T-shirt. It said on his back like Taylor Swift tour or something like that. And so the press like zoomed in on this thing and like said, "Here's our clue. This is our guy." I bet that guy got fired. Like, of all things, like they're doing everything, and some guy shows up in his Taylor Swift T-shirt, and then they put it front and center on the news. This poor dude on a forklift with a Taylor Swift T-shirt, and they're like, "Yeah, I bet he'd be gone." But apparently, yeah. I mean, I know it's a big deal, but I don't get it. But great.
All right, moving on.
oh my gosh, we finished The Bear. You don't watch The Bear. Have you started yet,
Never
babe?
seen it. Never
Right,
seen
you've
it.
got
Never seen a single episode.
babe, you have got to start watching The Bear. It is so bloody amazing. Anyway, which we spoke about that last week because we had started it, but obviously this week we've now finished The Bear, and that was the last ever one. And there's the tears this week. I've really felt like crying. Did you, babe?
Sad. Yeah, yeah, it's sad.
Not that it was incredibly sad. It was sad in a good, it was
It's just
good
the end,
things.
it's like the end of an
Beautiful.
era. Yeah.
It was the end of an era. Plus, it was the whole. I won't say obviously what it was, but the whole sort of end scenes were just so heartfelt, weren't they, babe?
Mm, yeah.
You know. So it was. Oh God, it's so good. I hope it wins everything. I hope it wins everything that it could win. Christopher Storer, he wrote it, created it, directed it, executive produced it, was in it a couple of times, I think, as his name came up. Oh my God, so bloody talented. And you know what's the
Yeah,
thing about it? It was such a heartfelt show. So it was so, you felt like, because the whole thing about it is they're all family. But you felt like their family, the actors were all family. It felt like
right.
everybody
You
really,
believed them.
really loved each other, whether they were the actors loving each other or the characters loving each other. You felt like this was probably one of the best shows to ever work on. And I think they kept it very family orientated. His wife was in it, his daughter was in it. I think there was a lot of his friends are in it, and then people brought in their friends. I just felt, oh my God, I'm so sad that it's over. Please, if you haven't watched it, watch it because
Watch The
you're gonna fall
Bear.
in love with
I
it.
need to watch it. I
Watch
haven't seen
it.
it, but it's another
Yeah.
one of those that I miss.
But yeah, fantastic, fantastic.
While I'm over in England, I keep seeing adverts, even though it's very early, I keep seeing commercials for the celebrity traders.
Oh,
Just little hints of stuff, but they're just teasing celebrity traders, which isn't going to be till later in the year
yeah.
and probably months from now. But it's kind of funny because now and then you see it and you try to work out what it is, and you realize what it is. But the
But
other
you know
day it
what?
showed like there was one where there were all the people at the airport arrivals just standing there, and it was all the kind of like limo drivers that they're all with their names up holding, and each one of them is the name of like hall, and and it's just everybody just standing there, and it's just kind of like very subtle, but not that subtle, but kind of like just stylized and cool, and it's just like this thing to kind of get you excited about it. So it's getting me excited about it, even though it's months and months away. What's your classic TV this week? I haven't seen any classic TV this week, so I'm relying on you to give us something to talk about.
Right.
Arrested Development, I think, is a good one.
Oh, the classic.
It's
Yeah.
a classic. It's so funny. It's such dry humor.
I've heard about this show through so many people will talk about this show, and I'm like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. And then when you've said it enough times, I've never seen it, you think, well, maybe I should see this show because everybody's talking about it.
That's
And then,
how I was with Downton. It's how
yeah,
I still am with Breaking Bad. I still haven't seen it, but I know a
and
show
the
is good. I just
bear,
haven't.
and the bear,
And The Bear.
and the bear. But
See, I've
yes,
never seen Breaking Bad either.
no, I've never seen Breaking
No,
Bad.
I
That's
kind of feel
another.
like it's one of those that I have to watch, but
Yeah,
there's just so much of it, and it was like that's good. It's like a good pandemic box set that is because you could just watch all of them over like a couple of weeks.
yeah,
Same
But
with Mad Men. I feel like I need to watch Mad Men too.
I don't
Still
yeah.
know.
need to
I mean,
watch
other
Mad
than the
Men.
kind of like set design, I don't know if there's anything about Mad Men that would interest me.
Set design for sure would interest you, babe. Apparently, they've
Yeah,
won
let's say
loads
other than
of
that.
them. Yeah,
But
but
So yeah,
yeah,
we'll start watching Arrested Development and come back with a report on it.
yeah. Plus, it's got amazing people in it. When I heard it had Liza Minnelli in it as well, then I was. Somebody said,
oh,
"Have you not seen it?" And then they said, "How can you not have seen it?" Because Liza Minnelli's in it, and because I love Liza Minnelli, and I was like, "Liza
you
Minnelli's
really, you
Arrested
kept that to
Development,
yourself.
Arrested,
You kept that
Arrested
quiet.
Development." Who else is in
Go
it?
back to episode
Oh,
three.
Jason Bateman,
Yeah,
Is it
whose
Jeffrey
comedic
Tambor?
timing
Wasn't Jeffrey
is
Tambor in it?
absolutely amazing. Yeah, Tambor. Yeah, he plays the dad of this family, and gets arrested, goes to jail. So Jason Bateman's character takes over the family, and all the rest of the family, they're a bunch of bumbling idiots getting in his way.
and the woman who's like the mother of the family is Jessica.
Walter.
Jessica Walter. She was in one of my actually. This is a quick classic film for you. Play Misty for me with Clint Eastwood, where he plays the radio DJ.
Was she the lead in that?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
All
and
right, never even
she
heard of
was
that.
there. I won't give it away, but she was, yes, she was there. Ooh, there you go.
Hmm.
But that's a great movie. That's a great movie. And talking about classic movies, I've got a fabulous one. This is for my fashionistas out there. It's called What a Way to Go, 1964. Shirley MacLaine, so we've got a ginger in there, so
Hmm?
the ginger
Yeah.
gem. Um, and it's basically about a woman who has five different husbands. So she marries and she becomes a widower and she marries five times. And every time she gets married, she completely changes her character. So she, one minute she's a like millionaire's wife. So it's all next minute she's a bohemian wife in Paris with Paul Newman. I can't imagine anything better than that. Sorry, Mikki. But anyway, we'll jump over that one. But yeah, it's like Paul Newman is one of her husbands. Robert Mitchum, who, a little bit inside there, Robert Mitchum, she had an affair with for most of his life. No one knew
Is
about
that
that
right?
years later, yeah, because he was married and whatever.
I once. Oh, go on.
Gene Kelly plays another husband. Dean Martin plays a husband. And the thing about this movie as well, apart from all of that amazing stuff, was which I know we've spoke about this lady. She's a costume designer called Edith Head. If you love fashion and you love costume design, it is unbelievable the costumes in this and the amount of them. It is such a beautiful movie in beautiful Technicolor with these amazing costumes, and it's just a really cool little film actually with some great actors in it. Oh, Dick Van Dyke's in it as well. He plays one of her husbands. I think he plays the first husband, Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, but amazing. So yeah.
Years ago, I did some work for the AFI. It was a cool gig because we used to go and interview all these different celebrities, and they would talk about movies and things. But we interviewed Shirley MacLaine, and so I went to her house. And we'd go in, and she had this small house in Malibu that apparently she'd had for like years and years and years. And but we'd go into her house, and there we sit with Shirley MacLaine in the living room. And I remember there was like a little notice board. There's like a little small kitchen. It's a tiny little house, but there was worth millions, I'm sure. There was a notice board, and on it was like numbers, and it just said like just blank casual. There was like little notes. One said buy milk and bread or whatever. The next year it said like Warren and Annette and their phone number, and it was just like just sitting there. Of course, like Warren Beatty and Benny, because that's her brother. But it was just so like this is so random. I'm sitting in Shirley MacLaine's house. There's Warren's phone number just on the side of the fridge, and it was just this random little thing. She's very, very nice.
Was she nice? Because she's not known.
Oh, she was lovely.
Known to be like a little bit like her character on Steel Magnolias. A little bit of
right, because she was also in Downton. She was fantastic in Downton.
But
she was lovely. She was really nice.
Yeah.
And the main thing I remember about her was that she had a piece of white foam core, like 2 feet long and 6 inches, and she walked in carrying it, and she would sit there, and as soon as they kind of get all the lights, and she would just adjust it under her chin to kind of get all the shadows from under her chin. But she was like, I go nowhere. I don't go anywhere without this. If I'm on camera, I have this thing to kind of. But she was lovely. It was nice. It was a long time ago, but
She talks about that a lot, actually. Whenever she gets interviewed about acting and everything, she says the one thing you need to know as an actor is your lighting.
Right.
And then she tells this fantastic story about Elizabeth Taylor. She not only knew her lighting in film, she knew her lighting in life. And she used to, when she would go to a restaurant or go out with some people, she would already recce the restaurant almost to find out where the best table was with the best light and what chair was the best chair to have at that table so the light was perfect. And she told a story about she was dating somebody because they were really good friends, Shirley MacLaine and Elizabeth Taylor. I think they might have even shared an apartment at one point. And she was wanting to finish with some bloke. She didn't want to go out with him anymore. And she went to a bar, and she was with Shirley MacLaine was at another table, and she was watching her, and she said she positioned herself with a crystal glass in her hand, right, over a light, so precisely that when she turned, the light hit the crystal of the glass. And as it hit the crystal of the glass, a tear dropped down her eye because she was finishing with him, and you could see the light coming off it. She said she was that precise about her light, and she knew her. Well, I mean, she was in films from a child, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Ayla, my God. So she knew everything. So yeah. So know your light. So I'm not surprised she had one under her chin at all times.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has been talking about that a lot lately.
Who?
Tom Cruise, regardless of what you think about his personal, he's a great movie star.
Oh,
he's been talking a lot about that. All the best actors know about that. You got to know about lighting. You got to know about all the lenses, how you look on all the lenses.
Yeah.
How to meet your marks.
Yeah. I mean, there's people, especially going back years, and probably now, but back then, Shirley MacLaine's, Elizabeth Taylor, they would not. If you wanted to have them on your film, they would tell you what lighting director you had to have.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I can believe that.
And cameramen as well. They work with the same ones because they know their face, they know them, they know how they work. So yeah, it's a lot more.
When we had Mariah was a judge on Idol for like a hot minute. She had a lighting guy would come in, and Kieran was obviously the lighting designer for American Idol, and she would come in. Her guy would come in and tell Kieran to "Oh, just do this and just do that and just do that," and it was like, and which we all know Kieran He loved being told what to
Oh yeah.
do.
A true redhead. A true
Yeah,
redhead.
exactly.
Kieran. Oh my God.
Oh
But
dear.
yeah,
Shirley MacLaine.
we had oh God, I think it was it America's Got Talent? I think we had yeah, I think we had Mariah Carey on America's Got Talent, and we had someone come in who was the same sort of skin tone as her, and we did the lighting with them to start with, and she was, they took a
Didn't you
lot.
used to do that with Cilla Black back in the day?
I did used to do it when I worked on Cilla Black. We'd go on the road with like Moment of Truth, and surprise, surprise, I used to warm up. They used to call it warm up the camera, and I'd go in being a fair ginger, and then sort of work out the lighting for Cilla.
So
Yeah,
those of us who don't know who Cilla Black is, Cilla Black was a
Cilla's Black
singer in the
fluffer,
60s
a
from Liverpool.
fluffer, a lighting
She,
fluffer.
Cilla was like massive in the 60s as an English Liverpool singer, but then got
Around
into
the
like
Beatles
television
time,
presenting and
Beatles.
was, yeah, around the beach. She was friends with the Beatles, all that sort of stuff. And she kind
Yeah,
of worked
she
at the
was.
Cavern
I
Club.
think she was.
But then
Wasn't she like? Didn't she
she was
work
a
at
coat
the
check,
Cavern or something? Yeah, a coat check.
coat check at the Cavern. And if
Yeah.
you go to the Cavern now, there is a statue of Cilla Black outside doing this,
Oh,
outside the Cavern.
I thought you were
But
going
she
to
then
say
went
there
to
was one. I thought you were going to say there was one of her in the coat check standing there, mannequin of her.
James, tell everyone what doing this is. What are you actually
doing
doing?
He's
this,
putting
doing
his
this,
arms up.
arms
Surprise,
outstretched, arms
surprise.
outstretched. Yeah,
If you
like
know surprise, surprise, you know that at the
you
beginning.
know
She always
exactly what
did
I'm doing.
this.
If not,
Surprise,
think Christ the Redeemer. And then, but then she would go into television, and Kate worked with television. She was a TV presenter for many years. I met
yeah.
her at American Idol, two American Idol rap parties. I met Cilla
Yeah.
Black,
Oh
and
yeah.
she was also lovely,
Yeah.
also
She
lovely.
she
Yeah,
was yeah, she was lovely. She just wasn't very lovely to people who worked with her. I hate to say that, but that all came out anyway, and that's all come out.
yeah, it
But
did. Yeah, but
yeah,
she was nice to
unfortunately, she
me.
was she was lovely. Yeah, well, you weren't working for her, babe. She was
No,
always
no, I
lovely
wasn't.
to me.
No,
Do you know who was lovely? Do you know who was bloody lovely? Her husband Bobby. Bobby
right, right.
was a prince, a king. Bobby was
Yeah,
fantastic. I absolutely adored Bobby, and she adored Bobby, I think.
You love talking about fashion.
And I'm just going to recommend two places. One is called Dusty Blue, and it's basically a shop. It's really full of jeans, denim, isn't it? So
Yeah,
jeans and t-shirts.
yeah, that's
And
his specialty.
yes, and what's he called, the bloke who works?
Johan?
Johan. I think he's French. Basically, he gets these goes old denim and he washes them a million times, stone washes them, puts the little stones in the thing, and so it all gets look very sort of worn, and then he dyes them so they're all like particular blues, and he gets like a marble blue on. Anyway, it's fantastic, and he's amazing, and he's about to start his own line of jeans, which he makes himself. And we went out there because Mikki wanted to get a really cool pair of like vintage jeans. He pulled out all these jeans, and like Mikki, well, he pulled out like four, I think, for you,
Yeah.
babe, straight away. And Mikki said, I want ones with slightly relaxed. I want the kind of vintage look. He picked out four, and to be honest, they all look great on you, didn't they, babe?
Hmm.
They all, they all look great on him. And then you pick the 501s,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah, super cool.
fantastic. Super cool. So if you come out here, called Dusty Blue, follow him on Instagram because he will be starting his own line of jeans, he said, within the next few months. So you can order from there, but at the moment you can't, you have to go there. And then the other one was a vintage shop called The End, which is basically like a 5-minute walk from Dusty Blue, isn't
Yeah.
it? So close. Amazing. I got a necklace there, which 1978 necklace, Estee Lauder, and you undo it like a locket. They put perfume in there, so the perfume of the year would go in there. So you could put it in your locket, open up your locket, and then you put it on. It's beautiful. So I bought that 1978. As soon as it said 1978, I wanted it because I love the
You were
song.
in.
I was in, and then hanging up, babe, was this kaftan, like Moroccan kaftan. And I was just like, oh my God, babe, look at this kaftan. It's so beautiful. It's all embroidered. It's just stunning. I can't wait to wear it.
fantastic.
Got some restaurants you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm gonna again look. This is almost like a palm. You know what we should call this? Palm Springs getaway. So we'll tell you where to go, where to get your vintage, where to go
Where to
to
eat?
restaurants, where to eat. Yeah, well, I like when we come here, we usually kind of try and go to the same restaurants, which probably is not a good thing, but we do, don't we, babe? So
Creatures of
we
habit.
always go, yeah, we always go to the farm, which is amazing, and they have like every 2 weeks they change their menu, but otherwise it's like probably four appetizers, four mains, four desserts,
Yeah, you
and
don't have
they'll
to eat
do.
all that. You get to choose from one.
Yeah, you get to choose one. Also, we usually go to what is the place we go to that's like sort of Mediterranean Moroccan, babe? The hotel,
Oh, and yeah, it's called Del Rey,
Del Rey.
and
Yeah, and
it's at a super cool little
tapas.
hotel.
It's
Yeah,
tapas,
tapas spot. Yeah.
like tapas.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. And the last one is called Bar Cecil, um, after Cecil Beaton, who was the English. Well, what would you call him? He was a photographer. He
I
was
don't
a
know. He did so many
designer.
things
He was, yeah, he did so many. We actually, when we were in London last, we went to his. They had an exhibition of all his stuff, didn't they,
at the
babe?
at the National Portrait Museum.
Yeah, it was amazing. He's unbelievable. He just started out doing photography, and then he's one of those people started out doing photography. The next thing, he's the royal photographer, and then he decides to design costumes, and suddenly he's doing My Fair Lady
And
and
winning
all
an Academy Award.
and with an Academy Award for something for set design or something. And I mean, it's just like, yeah, then he becomes a set designer, and then he becomes it's like one of those people who just has those lives that are just wherever he goes, he just meets the right people at the
The
right time.
magic touch, yeah.
Magic touch. Anyway, yeah. So his restaurant here is amazing. And they also have next door to that, they have Beaton's at Bar Cecil, which is more of a kind of a late night cocktail. They have some of the food there. They actually have food that they only serve after 9 p.m. And then it's kind of an after hours little drink place or, nightcap. Go for a nightcap for getting old fashioned or something. Mickey loves an old fashioned, don't you?
Love an old fashioned, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the three restaurants that we always go to here, which we love. And if you're staying here, when we come here, if we don't go to the Parker, which is a fantastic hotel here, we will get like we have now, we'll get a little house with a pool, and we always do it through a company called Acme, which are amazing, but they've just changed their name. They've been bought out by somebody else, I think, and it's called Casago now. So Casago, but we'll link them below, and they really are fantastic. What else,
And if you
Mickey?
go to Palm Springs at the end of July, it's the Dance with the Stars Con is in
Yes,
Palm Springs at
yes,
the end
there
of the
you
month.
go.
So I
Go on.
think you had a shout out.
Yes,
Ah,
yeah, I have a really beautiful shout out this week. And it's funny because we talked about the World Cup earlier and about people coming together and everybody, no one's thinking about, what's going on in the
all
world.
the
We're
other
all
shit
enjoying,
going on. Yeah.
yeah, all this shit going on. We're all staying away from it. But there was the most beautiful thing that happened this week with Israeli mothers and Palestinian mothers where did you say it was, babe? Rome, it
In
happened.
Rome, yeah.
Yeah, Rome, and it was called the Barefoot Walk, and all the mothers walked together from Israel and Palestine, and they all held hands and they walked through the streets barefoot, called the Barefoot Walk, um, to really for their children. They
Yeah.
wanted to stop. We don't have kids to be killed, and we don't have kids to get them to kill other people, and that was the stance of it. It's like our kids will not kill, and our kids will not be killed and they joined together. And I think it was beautiful. So I want to shout out to all those
Nice.
brave women
Yeah,
who
they are.
got out
Yeah.
and joined hands and said enough is enough. And I wish there was more women out there who could bloody, because we don't want this shit. Women don't want this rubbish, but
Well, none
don't
of
want
us
to go
do.
into the patriarchy shit. But if we could get rid of half the men in the world, it would be a better place. Ha! You can cut that out. But that's truth be told.
Mother's call for peace. So who made the gem cut?
I
Well,
think we go for the World Cup again,
oh my
as
Oh,
God.
World Cup is
definitely.
called.
I'm not being funny. The
And we're
World Cup's
hoping that
gonna
by the time this goes out, England will have made the Gem Cut for a
Viva Mexico!
performance. Sorry, Mickey, please, I'm speaking.
Yeah, shut up.
We're hoping that England will have made the Gem Cut because we're hoping that by the time this goes out, they will have beaten Mexico, and that's all we need to say about that. So next, Kate, who else made the Gem Cut?
Who else made the gem cut?
Cape Verde for sure.
Shout out to Cape Verde And gem cut for Cape Verde, 100%, babe. The bear,
The bear.
1,000%, the bear, 1,000%. Thank you, Christopher, for writing, directing, and creating that wonderful bloody series. You should win every award that's out there, including the actors. Classic movie, what a way to go. That definitely makes the gem cut. Palm Springs
definitely.
Getaway,
Yeah.
and also the restaurants we mentioned. They make the gem cut. The Farm,
Del Rey.
Del Rey,
Your thrifting places.
Beaton's at Bar Cecil.
Yeah, those places are great. The end and what was it? The blue
Dusty Blue at the end for vintage.
Oh, a card.
Okay.
It's not the sauce, is it?
We are
the world.
world.
We are the children.
Oh my God.
Oh, we've not seen this one before.
No, this is a new one. And look at it. It's called We Are the World. And really, this reflects everything we've been talking about on this show today. Everybody is around the world here holding hands, just all holding hands and joining together, which is beautiful.
We'll put up a link.
Yeah, look at that. It's just amazing. It's amazing. We'll link it below so you can see this beautiful card. And really just it's saying what we were saying today. The World Cup has got everybody coming together and it's not against each other. We're not. The team that lost, their supporters are crying, and the team that won are hugging them and trying to make them feel better. So everybody's coming together, and this is a beautiful card, and this is all this card is. Remember, we are the world. We're all one. We're all together.
And that's also like the mother's call for peace. There's a certain few that want violence, but a majority of the people want nothing to do with it. And certain things get attributed to certain people when they have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But really, a majority of us want other people to be happy. We all want, to be able to live in peace and not oppress other people.
Yeah.
And, I think it's just unfortunate that the small minority do actions that get placed on other people, and that's a shame. When really what a majority of us want is peace.
Yeah, exactly. Well said, babe. And there you go. That's the card for this week. We are the world, and let's remember that we are the world. We the people are the world.
We are the children.
We can make things happen.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So
there you go.
All right, say goodbye. Thank everybody.
Enjoy the rest of your time in Palm Springs.
Thank you, babe. We only got a few hours now left, but it's good. It's all good.
All right, okay.
But yeah, because we've got to get back for the footy, babe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Come on, England. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Always good to have you here. And
always, subscribe, like
and subscribe. Thanks for your support.
Comment.
Appreciate it.
Comments. Thank you for all your support. It's amazing. It really is. And
fantastic. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.